Hi, I'm John. In this video, we're going to find the least common multiple of three numbers. Okay, so let's start with 30, 35, and 40. Okay, so let's factor each of these into their primes. 30 is 6 times 5. We can break 6 down further to 2 times 3. 35 is 7 times 5. 40 is 8 times 5. We can break down 8 further to 4 times 2. And then you can break down the 4 further to 2 times 2. Okay, so now what you want to do is arrange these in ascending order. It looks like most of them are, except for the middle ones, in ascending order. So we got 2 times 3 times 5 for 30. And then we've got 5 times 7 for 35. And then we've got 2 to the third times 5 for 40. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is identify your unique numbers that we have here. So we got a 2, we got a 3, we got a 5, we got another 5. We don't want to do duplicates. We got a 7, we got a 2 and a 5 again. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do is, let's go ahead and write those down. Okay, so 2 times 3 times 5 times 7. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to look at, so if you notice 2, we got a 2 and we got a 2 to the third. So you want to go with the higher exponent if you have a higher exponent for a number. So instead of the 2, we're going to go to 2 to the third. All right, and then everything else, we got a 3, just one 3. We've got 5s, but each of those are just to the first power. Then we got just a 7. So your least common multiple is just going to be the product of all of these. So it's just 2 to the third times 3 times 5 times 7, which turns out to be 840. Okay, so that is your least common multiple. Okay, so for each of those numbers as a check, I went ahead and just did multiples of 30, 35, and 40. And the very first number that comes up, that's the same for all of those. That's going to be your least common multiple. So 840 is the first number that comes up that they all share in common. So that's your least common multiple. So, and that checks with what we got on using our little formula there. So, okay, the next one that we're going to do is going to be considerably larger, so you're not going to want to check it like this. So, but anyway, I just wanted to show you that it does work. So, okay, so we'll do that next. Okay, so we got another set of three numbers here. We got 140, 78, and 45. Okay, so we're going to break these down into their primes. So 140 is 70 times 2. And we can break down 75 into 35 times 2. And then 35 you can break down to 7 times 5. Okay, 78, that's 39 times 2. And we could break down 39 further to 3 times 13 times 2. Okay, and 45, we could do 9 times 5. And 9 we can break down to 3 times 3. And 5 is just going to stay 5. All right, so again, what we want to do is we want to arrange each of these in ascending order. So we got 2 to the second power times 5 times 7. For this one, we've got 2 times 3 times 13. And for this one, we've got 3 to the second times 5. Okay, so now what you want to do is let's identify our unique digits here, numbers. We got 2, we got a 5, we got a 7. Okay, we've already counted the 2. 3 is unique. We already got the 3, and we already got the 5. Okay, so we got all the numbers we need, so let's just write down the numbers without any exponents. We're going to check and see which exponents are the largest, and we're going to use those. So 2 times 5 times 7. Oops, actually, let me go back and do it in ascending order. 3 times 5 times 7 times 13. Okay, all right, so now what we want to do is let's look at the 2. Looks like we've got a 2 to the second. So we're going to use the exponent on that for the 2, the highest exponent on the 2. All right, and let's look at the 3's. So it looks like 3, we got a 3 to the second. So we're going to use that one. So 3 to the second. Okay, we check everything else. 5, those are just to the power of 1. 7's by itself. 13's by itself. So that's everything there. So then all that's left to do now is just multiply these all out. And if you multiply these out, you'll get 16,000. Yeah, and as I said earlier, I'm not going to write out each of the yeah, that will take forever to come up with that the other way. So we're not going to do it that way. But so that's the least common multiple for the numbers 140, 78, and 45. So anyway, I hope you found that helpful, and thanks for watching.